Oh, here's my.
Here we go.
It's rough. The whole team has confidence in Skylar, and I think our team in general doesn't look at it like we're a one man savior at any spot. So it is a new set of circumstances of adversity so early, but I didn't think that the rest of the team's response to losing Teddy had anything to do with losing the game. It adjusted a little bit. You try to do stuff that the quarterback that's playing is very comfortable with. We're in communication all week, and I kind of have an idea. So there's maybe a couple calls that I really would have done a hair different with Teddy, but for the most part, Skylar has earned the confidence of the team, and it was he did have a rough rookie outing, but that's not really a cause of concern moving forward, knowing that he's the type of person he is, and the biggest thing is he's got to learn from it, which I know he will.
Your running game was more effective today. Was that in part that you had to maybe step back from the passing game and with the new quarterback and lean on the running game a little more?
Yeah, I mean, we knew coming into the game that I think that is where a little familiarity with the coaching staff. I kind of figured we'd be getting certain types of defenses, so we knew and had put a strong focus, and our objective going into the game was we thought we'd have some good opportunities, so we needed to take advantage of them.
All indications are Skylar did everything ready for the situation. But how difficult is it to really be ready for that very first situation?
No, it's that maybe that could have had a slight effect on Skylar perhaps, just it being so soon in the game. But it's something that I think that all of his teammates and coaching staff know he's fully built to be able to handle, but I do think it being so early might have been that was the one guy that it might have been tough on, was the guy that had to come in himself.
His defense made his name on pressure and takeaways, and had one interception. That was the first series of the first game. Mm-hmm. You haven't had any since. Got some pressure today. Are you concerned that the turnovers aren't coming the way you would expect?
It's not necessarily a concern as much as it is a focal point to improve on. I think, as you guys know, I think regardless of win or loss in general, success or failure, this is a journey throughout the season that you don't as long as you take the same from losses and wins, and that's how to get better and improve. I think that's what winning teams do, because they end up playing their best football in November and December. So it's a definite point of emphasis. It's not nearly to the point of our expectation for sure. So it's something that we got to figure out a way as a coaching staff and as players collectively to try to right that ship, because there is a big component of this defense that we expect as a coaching staff to get turnovers, and so we'll address it with a fine-tooth comb to see if we can improve that for sure. Well, Teddy, basically what happened is a spotter saw him stumble. he under the new rules and changes is ruled out and placed in protocol. Um, he doesn't have any symptoms and he's passed his evaluation, but he'll be now under the new regulations in the concussion protocol moving forward.
Does he have to stay in New York? Can he go with?
I haven't. I believe he's fine to travel. I wouldn't say with 100% certainty, but I believe he's fine to travel.
Talk a little bit about you're in a hole from the first play. You battle back, and you get into the fourth quarter with an opportunity to go ahead. We missed the field goal, and it just seemed like the bottom fell out. Was that just circumstantial, or was it just that
Whether it's
all that effort into
yeah,
it and
whether it's correlation or causation, it doesn't matter. I think that is something that the team has to be aware of and the team has to address. And without a doubt, that's what I'm gonna one of the things I'm gonna bring up because when push comes to shove, there's so much time in the fourth quarter or so much time in the second half, I should say, that you know, shoot, we missed the field goal. Let's get a stop. Let's get the ball back and let's go do it again. Have total faith in our field goal unit to make those long ones. Also, the offense can do a better job of not making it so long. But without a doubt, uh, you know, to say that the wheels fell off would be fair because it occurred in all three phases, and that's something that you can't let slip through your fingers and try not to figure out the why. That's what our coaching staff and our collectively our players. That's what they get paid to do. So we got to figure that out because that's not acceptable, and it really shouldn't have been as much of a momentum shift as I think it played out to be.
Mike, what was your reaction last night to the investigation, including like the about how everything
Honestly, I'm happy that that there's some policy that the medical experts deem is more safe for the players collectively. So that's a positive thing. As far as uh, the as far as the determination that the things were followed appropriately, that didn't surprise me. That's what I've been saying from the beginning.
Like, with the new protocol, and you've had two quarterbacks in the protocol, moving forward, do you think you need to have three active quarterbacks each game, if possible?
Oh, it's gonna be tricky because you don't know. You don't want to leave things up to chance in terms of there's no there. It's impossible to say whether or not someone's the timeline of when they're going to clear um, protocol. So, um, this particular situation, obviously with the new rule change as of yesterday, is unique and slightly uncharted. But I think we're comfortable having two quarterbacks, on the game day roster. So we're gonna have to, kind of assess those situations and we might have to make a move as a result. But we'll just be working on that um, moving forward.
Your, what was your level of, I guess, comfort or happiness with the touches that Tyreek and Jalen were able to get today?
We kind of they kind of knew that in the long term scheme of things that we're until we start being a little more productive in the run game, there's going to be uh, some disadvantage in the pass game. So they went into this game kind of knowing that their targets might be minimized early, but they to their credit and the type of players they are, they want to be on a winning football team, and that you have to offensively, you have to be able to run and pass, not just pass. So obviously, that's they're a huge component of our offense. But to say uh, that that their touches were equating to our offensive productivity, I don't think is necessarily correct. You try to take stuff that the defense is giving you, and they were. It was obvious from very early in the game that they were going to play the pass until we proved otherwise. So I can't remember a first or second down single safety defense until the second half. Um, and then there was a little we had to pull Tyreek at the end. He got stepped on pretty hard, so that kind of hurt his cause in the second half as well. Well, it was unfortunate X wasn't able to uh, really get to the game. He tried his butt off, that's for sure. Tehran, we had already kind of scheduled something for him to stay in New York and get something looked at with regard to his foot. So he'll be staying here, and hopefully we get some good information to how to address it moving forward, because I know that's really frustrating him, and he's a tough player to lose. And then I'm sorry, who else? Then Tyreek. I feel he's a very quick healer. I'm very optimistic, but at this point, I don't really know. No.
Mike, you said that you've seen some cool things out of the most of the run game over the past week or so. I was curious, what are some of those little things you've noticed that let you know he's ready to shoulder the brunt of the workload in the backfield?
No, so I always it's a pretty simple formula. Um, you kind of have an expectation, especially when you've been um, as a coach. You see a front, you see a coverage, and you know the play. So you know the pieces of it that are tough in terms of blocking, and so kind of how much the runner is going to get until there's contact. What's been cool seeing Raheem the last couple of weeks is his yards after contact, the ones that aren't really I don't know what you'd call it, sexy. It's more like those lean yardage where you turn a 4-yard gain into a 7. Now it's 2nd and 3 as opposed to 2nd and 6. Huge difference. Those are the things that I think have really stood out where he is at with his game. I know that his teammates feel it, and he's earned each and every opportunity he gets. Appreciate it. Thank you.